Arsenal 1, Chelsea nil. And don't be fooled by the smile on my face. I'm happy with the result, but that was some of the worst attacking football I've ever seen in my life. That was absolutely horrendous. Mikel Merino, he leaves the pitch with one goal. Arsenal win 1-0. He's the match winner. He's probably the man of the match. But let's get one thing straight. Him and Neto, they were probably some of the better players on their team. But this Chelsea versus Arsenal, this was the worst Chelsea versus Arsenal I've seen. This is probably a game that I won't even remember tomorrow. I would have forgot everything that's happened because once upon a time, we had Didier Drogba, we had Shevchenko, we had Anelka, Diego Costa, we had Henry, Van Persie, Bergkamp, Adebayor, Aubameyang. Now we had Neto and Merino. If you didn't watch this game, just listen to me very closely. Do not bother watching highlights because it's a waste of your time and everyone around you time. It was absolute garbage. Arsenal, we got a goal after 20 minutes. Then for about 5 to 10 minutes after that, we looked okay, like we wanted the second. But from around 30 minutes onwards, we said enough's enough. Chelsea, we're happy to just beat you 1-0. We don't need to score again. Chelsea said, Arsenal, don't worry, we ain't going to attack. They started bringing on defenders. They're bringing on defenders. Arsenal's bringing on defenders. Both teams, they were happy with the scoreline. Chelsea were happy to lose 1-0. Arsenal, of course, were happy to win 1-0. Timber, the most exciting thing in the match. Timber and Enzo Maresca, they shook hands. And Timber said, look, mate, try better. Try harder. And Maresca just looked at him and just shook his hand. Oh, but where do we go? I'll try to break down this game for you in about 30 seconds. That's how long I've got because there weren't much to speak about. So, first 10 minutes, Arsenal fly out the traps. You're thinking, yes, excited. We're going to batter them again. 3-0, 4-0. This is an easy game. And then reality kicks in. Martinelli gets down the byline, puts to the ball. I'm thinking, come on, try to find someone. He doesn't find no one. But even before that, Timber done it first. He got in behind. Cucurella fell over. I don't know what he was doing on the floor. He just dived. Absolute disgrace of a player just falling over. Cucurella, where is your paella? Fell on the floor. Timber played it into the box. I don't know what happened. There was pinball. Cucurella also handballed it. But this is the thing. Referees are just the absolute joke because it's either Timber fouled Cucurella or it was actually a penalty because I just saw it and he done the exact same thing the Southampton defender done against Liverpool the other day, and that was a clear penalty, just like this one. But the ball's doing pinball, hits James's head, and then it comes to Declan Rice. He kicks it over the bar. Robert Sanchez. We knew what Robert Sanchez was up to. I don't know. There's some people are calling him Samson in reverse. He needs bold head to give him powers, but it's not working because he has absolute no powers. He tried to give Martinelli a goal. Martinelli, of course, he's not going to take it. I told you, some of the worst attacking display we've ever seen. Trossard had a chance as well. That was after about a minute. I'm even working backwards because the game was only exciting for 20 minutes. It was jam packed. But back to Martinelli, he got in. Tried to put it across the box. It didn't go across the box. Defender blocked it out for a corner. I said Arsenal hadn't scored in 90 corners. Just as the corner was coming in, boom, Mikel Merino gets across his man, heads it to the back post, and it goes all the way in. I don't know if that's Sanchez's fault. I don't have a clue, but I'm going to blame Sanchez because it all adds to the agenda. So that was kind of it for the first half. Then in the second half, there's not much to talk about. David Raya, I think Sanchez must have shook hands with him and his gloves rubbed off on him because guess what? He tried to chuck one in as well. Cucurella shoots, he tries to catch the ball, then it goes behind him, it's going in. You're thinking, oh my god, what have you done? It hits his heel, goes out, it just goes, doop, 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 dribbles out for a corner. So lucky. This game should have been 0-0. It was a 0-0 game. Two absolute rubbish teams. It was rubbish. Do not get it twisted. Arsenal, we walk away as the winners, but we were rubbish. Sanchez, he also made a save for Marino. But apart from that, pff, there's not much to speak about. The second half was garbage. I should have turned it off, but I'm here to talk to you. That's the only reason why I didn't turn it off. If I didn't have to talk to you people, I would have threw that game in the bin. It was abysmal. But now I have to cook some people. First, I'm a cook Chelsea. I'm a cook Chelsea first because I've done enough Arsenal cooking. They spent 1 billion. 1 billion on what? Let me tell you something. I would have done a better job for Chelsea than the Chelsea players. They are rubbish. There's so many of them that are garbage. They play Reece James in midfield. For what? What was he doing there? I said after 15 minutes, he looked tired. The commentators kept saying, give the ball to James. For what? The man was fatigued. He lasted 80 minutes. Maybe it was just a training exercise for a bit of fitness because he weren't doing nothing there. Absolute nothing. Cucurella, I've already said, the guy just cries, doing all of this. Neto, probably their most dangerous player without doing anything, just running at our defenders, going in and out, in and out, in and out, like it's a cone exercise dribbling. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Who else is there? Their defenders, pfft, they're just there. They didn't get troubled. So you allowed them. Robert Sanchez, one good save, and just looking shaky as usual. Nkunku. Nkunku. You see this Nkunku, brother? Nah. He's a fraud. He is the biggest fraud. The Bundesliga tax looks real. Him, Sancho, and Timo Werner. Some of the worst attackers I've seen in the Prem. One just does tap, 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 tap. Sancho is a tap dancer. That's what he is. I'm going to call Sancho Jaden Elliott because he's Billy Elliott in disguise. All he does is tap dancing. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to do anything. He just tap, 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 tap. He's like a little horsey. Maybe we need to name a horse called Jaden and put him in the Grand National because that's what he wants to do. Just tap like a little horsey. Absolute stinker for multiple Chelsea players. They spent 1 billion. 1 billion on what? They better go and get that money back because I'm telling you, only about 200 million out of the 1.5, I think it is, was well spent. Chelsea, get in the bin. You're relying on Jackson and Madueke. What? For what? Jackson? Who? Nicholas? The brother's at least 29. Come on, if I check his dental records, he's got about 3 years left before he retires. Madueke, rubbish. Cole Palmer, He didn't want to come to the Emirates 2 years in a row. He's dodged this game. But we just leave that Palmer. The less said about him, the better anyway. But he's the one player that saved Chelsea. Imagine being Cole Palmer and Inshallah. Without Palmer, you're nothing. And even with him, you're nothing. £1 billion of garbage. That's what you are. Just remember this. You absolute trash football club. Yes, I've come to cook you. Hold that, Chelsea. Hold it. But now, Arsenal's turn. The defenders, they done their job. Near enough. They got their clean sheet. David Raya tried to throw one in, but well done, David Raya. In the end, you got your clean sheet. Well done, my defenders. You got me multiple points in FPL, so I leave you alone. My midfield, Thomas Partey, he's finished. He has to go now. Enough is enough. He's finished now. That's it. I'm looking at this game and I'm just like, what has happened? Why is he so sloppy? What's he doing? Enough's enough. You're not controlling the game against Chelsea. The younger midfield has come to bully you. So, thank you for your services. You've probably been our best midfielder this season, but I'm done with you. Declan Rice, you done okay. I won't cook you. Our captain, another absolute disgusting performance. Why Odegaard? You're you're close to being finished. You're close to getting the Trossard treatment because that's the next player I'm gonna come on to. Leandro Trossard. You don't want to sign a new contract. That's fine. That is fine with me. No problem. I will book you the flight to Saudi. There's no problem. They're paying you handsomely. Thank you for what you've done. You've been very good for Arsenal, but you're just not what we're looking for. Your services are no longer required at Arsenal Football Club. Thank you for the memories, Leandro. Now goodbye. He and Martinelli, another one, another player. He's there, just useless, just absolute useless. He had a chance to hit it hard and low. This is what I'm saying. Hard and low. He gets into the box. Declan Rice plays him in. Or it might have been Odegaard. Someone plays him in. And he just ballooned it. He's a bozo. I don't need bozos at my football club. I need footballers with actual football intelligence. And Martinelli has the football intelligence of an under 11 footballer. That is how bad some of his decisions are. And him, another one. Martinelli and Trossard, thank you for your time at Arsenal. You've done an alright job because you didn't leave with trophies, but your time is up. Goodbye. Kalas, it's over. And that is the cooking for Arsenal. We won the game, so I'm happy, but I still had to cook. Goodbye, people. I'm going to watch Newcastle potentially win their first trophy in 70 years, and hopefully they do. Goodbye, folks. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Road to 100 subscribers. Au revoir.